It's the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show with Jimmy Santangelo and Bill Allred. I'm your announcer, Zach Caton, and we're coming to you live on tape from the beautifully appointed Media Center at Visit Salt Lake. Wouldn't you like to record in a studio like this? Just listen to how good we sound. Maybe you can. Visit www.visitsaltlake.com. Our guest today is a repeat offender, meaning he's been on the show at least once before. It's Jeremy Pugh, the executive editor of Salt Lake Magazine. Jeremy is here to discuss Salt Lake Magazine's 2026 Dining Awards, the top 20 outstanding restaurants in Utah this year. And now, here are your hosts, Jimmy Santangelo and Bill Allred.
And it's the non-alcoholic one, too.
You're not going to be doing styling for the Guinness company in the future.
Have you ever been to a place in like in London or a place where they draw Guinness?
Yeah.
And like, what does it take, 7 minutes or something like that?
There's signs that are like Guinness, like worth the wait. And stuff
Isn't it 7? It's like 7 minutes to really.
Yeah, there was a spot in London where I went, and they have 1 million bubbles per pint. What they do is
they don't care.
Yeah, well, they do it in two. It's colder. It's the distance between the keg and the tap is real close. And they pump it in 3. Thanks, Das. Yeah. They pump it in 3 sections. They'll pour it in 3. So it's fun to see the whole gradation of what they look like from, just the first 2-second draw. Then they lined it up.
So you can like see it in the.
Yeah, they put it right up on the counter.
Yeah.
Dustin, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it happens.
Cats too, Dustin?
So, return guest to the. Hi.
Hi.
It's the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show. Jimmy Santangelo. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello. Nice to be back.
That's nice to have. Well, this is our second one after a hiatus. You were ill. Yeah, you were ill last time.
Yeah, I caught the flu. The flu caught me. Ginfluenza, are you implying?
It's the whiskey flu, it was.
The whiskey flu, yes. Ginfluenza.
So it's the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show, and we don't have a sponsor at this point. So if you'd like to sponsor the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show, please get a hold of Dawson. The Let's Go Eat Show.com.
At Gmail.
Oh, wait, the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com.
Yep.
To that, let's raise a glass before we go any further, because I don't want these. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Salute.
It's Jeremy Pugh, the executive. Executive editor of Salt Lake Magazine, and Jeremy's been on our show before. But I saw that the Salt Lake Magazine had their what is this? The annual dining guide or
we do our dining awards. These are the 2026 Salt Lake Magazine Dining Awards.
And how many years in a row?
It's been going on for 28 years. 28
years. And the winners get these little. They get these plates. I see them hanging up in restaurants. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trophy plate.
So let's talk about the process. How do you decide? I see that you have judges. And
we do. We like to call them a panel. Judges sounds a little.
A panel. Okay.
Yeah. So we assemble, basically a lot of good food writers, some other kind of food people in town, and we have several meetings all the way back in November to kind of come up with a nominee list. Everybody kind of makes their case, states their case. We're trying to winnow it down to 20 best restaurants, and then some superlatives, right? Like, for special notations in hospitality, above and beyond kind of stuff.
So a lot of times when you see these kind of awards, they'll break them out into categories, Italian or by cuisine or.
Of course, we had the fine dining Park City place, the fine dining Salt Lake places, but we had a food truck. In there. Yeah. We had Beirut Cafe, which is, mom and pop halal shop, shawarma.
The food truck, was that Smash Girls?
Girls Who Smash.
Girls Who Smash. I just had the burger. The girls, they have like 2 burgers that they do. Girls Who Smash, and they were very good, and they had really good French fries.
Yeah.
And that's a food truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And by the way, one of the girls who smashed left her wallet at the dining awards event. And we'd like to get it back to her because it has her driver's license and she's driving a food truck, and I don't know.
Well,
So
you could send one of your interns. I think they're at the Jolly corner there.
I guess track them down. My many minions.
Track them. One of your minions track them down.
So when you're on the panel, do you divvy up like, hey, you got this section of town, or you got like, how does that all work?
No, it's kind of, we do it a little like James Beard does in the sense that it's like call for nominations, right? And we have a form, and then we have a couple of powwows where we kind of hash it out, narrow
slug
it
each
down,
other, yeah.
and then put it out kind of among us for a round of further discussion and lobbying, I guess.
But
if
not
you will.
everybody goes to every restaurant.
No, and that's why we need a panel, honestly, and a panel of people we trust, because it's just not possible to cast that wide of a net.
Yeah.
So you are one of the panelists?
I am, yeah.
How many restaurants did you go to?
On that list, I probably went to 7 or 8 of them.
That's pretty good.
Pretty
That's
good.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of dining out.
Yeah. But we're
yeah.
always keeping an eye out throughout the year and know this comes up, and so.
Some of these people are. I think they're probably repeats. Occasionally.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, there's winners that come in year after year. We do give an eye to trying to bring some newcomers in. A lot of times we also name kind of like a selection of restaurants that are too new to like grade or really evaluate, because we think they're great, but they're ones to watch,
Yeah,
right?
trying to find their feet.
Yeah.
And so, what did you have on? Did you have the ones to watch list this year?
Yeah.
Who's on that list?
Juna, Juna.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And Cosmica are the ones that stand out in my mind.
Ones to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
No, for sure,
they haven't
Cosmico.
been open really a full year, and we do try to like, hey, the restaurant business is hard, and sometimes they don't last.
They may not last.
I'm
yeah.
sure these guys. Neighbors Bar was another one.
Where's that?
It's over on Milk Boulevard, the Milk District, kind of near the park, and it's a bar, but they also have really great like Taiwanese street food,
No kidding.
which is way different than
Yeah.
your kind of average sliders and.
I've heard
chicken
great things
nuggets
about
and-
it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a hopping joint.
Yeah.
Good place to go. Active, loud, and they
Yeah.
have that street food. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize
and
that
there, and
component
there's
of it.
it's that sort of district is metastasized. No, that's the wrong
No,
term.
wait, no. no.
Coalesced.
It's
Co-op Market should be opening up.
it's
here.
Yeah,
blooming.
it's right next door to that.
It's blooming.
Blooming. How about that?
It's blooming. So and these are not listed in any particular, like one is the number one and then number two.
No, we thought about kind of doing it, like a top, Casey Kasem top 40, and coming in the number one slot.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are it's just the 20, and we do name one outstanding out of that.
And who made that?
And that's Le Depot and it's there was a restaurant called Zoom. Jimmy probably remember it on Main Street in Park City. It's a legit French brasserie, which
And it was literally the depot, is the train station.
yeah,
back in the day for Park
they've
City.
like renovated it to kind of
That
reflect
location.
those actual roots.
So that was the most outstanding, and that's the only distinction you do.
Right.
Yeah, just one outstanding. And then, so what are some of the standout new restaurants that you added this year?
Oh, I mean, I think. I'm sorry, I always have to look. Well, and then there's some that are not necessarily new, but they caught our attention, like Midway Mercantile up in Midway.
Oh, yeah.
Great joint. The Continental, which is an interesting story because the Chef Blue Adams, the Continental was in Provo, and it closed right after we sort of decided to give her this award. But she's going to have a new endeavor, and she cooks uses Western styles to cook native indigenous foods.
Fun.
So that was a standout. Marmantaya, we don't.
That's the one in the hotel.
Yeah, and a lot of times hotel restaurants aren't that great.
That's true, but I've been there a couple of times. It's
I hear good things
Peruvian.
about it.
The Peruvian, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great beverage menu.
My wife and her friends went and I think they had paella there, which you have to order ahead of time.
Yeah.
Which and apparently was great. But we've been there for dinner a couple of times, and they have those globes that you can
like outside dining
that you can sit in the winter out on a balcony.
Fish bowls.
Yeah, and it's really
The COVID collectors.
Yeah. Well, those were what we walked around in.
That's right.
During the COVID, we just rolled around in our hamster bowls.
They were, and it's a great restaurant. And who do you? So let's break it down a little bit. Let's talk about cuisines. What caught your palate this year with Italian restaurants?
Well, with Italian restaurants, Veneto. And that's another older one, but I don't know if you've ever met Amy. She's really persistent, and they grabbed her attention a bit, and they've just been doing it great.
Marco and Amy do it great. They run a great
I've been there before. It's great.
Yeah, like an e-ticket attraction, and it's not like just. It's a night, it's an evening, it's an event.
Yeah.
So.
And then another one that I've been to, because it's really close to my house, is Ochre.
Oh, yeah.
Been there a number of times. I know you have.
No, they're great, Angie and Drew, of course.
Yeah, Angie and Drew, and they really are like kind of really embody the like local restaurant. I mean, they worked in food service for years. They're a married couple. They wanted to start their own restaurant.
7 years.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
They opened right before the fiasco
Yeah.
and all that. And they're part of that neighborhood too. And there's not a lot of restaurants right there.
Yeah, and then it's Arlo now.
Arlo.
It used to be M's, which was a wonderful place up on Capitol Hill, and now it's Arlo. Scott Carrier's kid, Arlo Carrier.
Milo.
Yeah, Milo.
Yeah, the restaurant.
The restaurant is Arlo, but it's Milo Carrier.
Milo Carrier. Yeah.
And I've been there once, and it was really just.
I gotta go.
That's excellent.
I've heard. Nice to be recognized.
Get the bread and butter.
Yeah.
How good can bread and butter be?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Nice. Isn't that something?
Make sure you have bread and butter. So these are all locally owned, and the chains or even the high-end chains never slip into this?
No, I mean sometimes our restaurants are in hotels like Marmatoya or Rhyme, but they're locally owned and operated restaurants in those spaces, and that's another thing. Chains are great and all that, but they got plenty of marketing and backing. We don't need us.
Yeah. What about just straight ahead steak restaurants? Where do you go?
Ooh, you're not gonna like this. Well,
I'm sorry, Bill. I'm a vegetarian.
The steakhouse. Well, it's Southern Utah. That's why I said that. Basalt, which is in a resort. It's at the Big Black Desert Resort.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Golf place. Steakhouse is fantastic.
In St. George, outside of St. George there?
Yeah, and
Here it is here. The project started nearly 20 years ago. One man had the face of the project since its inception. Patrick Manning, who's swinging for the fences in every category. Nice flagship dining destination.
High, expensive, I would assume.
Yes. Yeah. It's an expensive place, expensive food. They have a golf clubhouse.
And Hell's Black Backbone is on this list. Isn't it on, or shouldn't it be on the list every year?
Well, and
funny enough.
But no, because it hasn't been in the 20 best restaurants for a couple of years. We've given them some superlative awards for their efforts in farming and sustainable stuff. But we had several writers go down there this summer and visit, and they've always been great. Yeah. But they've really kept the.
I was there like a few months ago, not very long ago, and I've been there several times, and I think the last time I was there, it was better than it had ever been. Yeah. Which says a lot for.
They've been at it for a while.
So many restaurants, and they start off, and I don't know why this happens. They start off, and you go, "Wow, this is really good. There's a fresh take on things.
Right.
They're doing a great job. They have great service. The food is really good. Some unusual thing, and then they just sort of start falling apart. I don't know.
A lot
how
of
that
work.
is.
Yeah, and either, or they blow up,
Maintain that.
kind of get a little over their skis, and they can't maintain that quality. I mean, Hell's Backbone's balance that, and they've managed to grow. I mean, they grow all their own food. They own the lodge next door, Boulder Mountain Lodge, so they're a hotel operation now. And those two ladies brought a live chicken to our photo shoot. As would be expected.
It's the sous chef.
Yeah, and they cut it up.
No, we let her pick the eggs.
The front of the house chicken.
She picks the eggs.
Talk about a packing order. I'm done. That's it. I know.
You know, it's it kind of makes me feel like there are restaurants too that used to be and then are no more. And I just keep thinking of this. We used to go down to Torrey all the time, and we'd go to El Diablo. Did you?
Yeah.
God, I just loved that
Rattlesnake.
place. They had rattlesnake cakes.
Yeah.
But they had just it was my wife always said it's the restaurant with the tall food.
Yeah.
Because they just sort of
they were in that
build things
tall
up.
food. Yeah.
And it was some guy from back east somewhere, and he only operated it in the
Summer.
the summer months, closed in the winter, but it was just great. Now there's something there now, but I don't know what it is.
I think it's like a market.
Well, no,
kinda.
there is a restaurant there
Yeah.
that's trying to be a high end, and
Is it called something like Farm to Table? Or
Yeah, and I went there maybe 2 summers ago. I was down at the Bicknell International Film Festival. I don't know if you've attended.
Sure.
And went there, and it was. I mean, they want to be that, and there's
okay.
some fancy new glamping places in the area and all that. So.
Well, it's Hell's Backbone though. It's just it makes me. I wish they were open in the winter too, but I guess
Hard to get there.
Yeah, it gets
prohibitive.
That
it can
mountain.
It can get kind of dicey.
Yeah.
If you go up, if you come up from the Escalante side, maybe you
maybe
get away with it. But so what else have we got here that really caught your eye? Why? Tell me about this one. Why is it Post Office Place and then
Plus Takashi.
Plus Takashi.
Well, when they opened, the Post Office Place is the bar kind of adjacent to Takashi, and it kind of was opened up as its waiting room or its overflow space.
Yeah,
And
opportunity
they
for you to buy
they
something.
just serve smaller bites from Takashi's menu, but over the last few years, they've, with Takashi's help and all of that, created their own menu over there. It's got Argentinian influence on it. And I like to say in Utah, a lot of our best restaurants are bars because a lot of operators or restaurant owners decide to get a 21 and over license because they don't want to serve a kids menu and they want to get the people in there that would like to have a drink and pad their bill with that from a lot,
Sure.
So, sometimes I think people from out of state think, oh, it's a bar. No, I mean, Franklin Avenue is another great example of that. Copper Common's another good example.
Ryan Lauder, there's a guy who's he's just as far as I know, the first restaurant he opened was Copper Onion.
Yeah,
Open here, and that restaurant is still.
It remains.
We go there fairly often, and it's
nice.
It's still just great. He's a really great guy too.
Yeah,
for sure.
The first time I ever went there, I don't know how I knew who he was or he knew who I was, but he was actually working behind we sat at the counter and he was.
You recognize your voice.
That's right. We were. He was working.
I know when I'm back home, Bill, when I hear your voice. I was there.
That's right. He told
I
me.
was working the floor. Yeah. I remember that.
That's probably the first time I ever met you too.
Likely. Yeah.
And what's his name? Clint with the mustache.
Yeah.
Who is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least as far as it was last time I was there. Copper Onion, Copper Common, excellent places. I really like to see that Copper Common catch on because he had a place there that was Plum Alley.
Yeah, that was a brief thing.
And it was really great and fun. And then, but he's picked up back up again.
It's really nice that we have a strong foundation of a lot of the operators still in town. You're just talking about on the heels of Lauder and Takashi, and you've got just these great operators. Log Haven up there, they just got purchased and acquired rather, and
I've had some really nice meals there over the years.
But we definitely have some anchor locations in our community that have been here for 20 years.
Right.
You know, maybe not the but it's a nice foundation we have in Salt Lake.
Well, and you know
We're
what
definitely doing
that
some food
sort
scene.
of cultivates is service culture, because you get a good operator that treats the staff well. They work hard. Everybody, they build a culture around
Yeah.
it, and then a lot of those people sort of go out and start
Open
their
up.
own endeavors
Yeah.
or get involved in other endeavors, and that the idea of a service culture spreads
Absolutely.
like a virus.
And speaking of service culture, sorry, Bill. Speaking of service, speaking of service culture, it's nice to see that the attrition rate, the transition rate of becoming a hospitality. It's now you're becoming a professional,
Right.
You know, servers, especially in bartending, now mixologists.
Yeah.
You know, these kids are taking it absolutely seriously.
Right.
The components they're putting in drinks. I did a cocktail judging thing the other day, and I was just like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Long gone are the 3-component cocktails, my friend.
Yeah,
It
this is not a summer job at the lake house. You know?
That's right, and it's very impressive.
Yeah.
To them.
To them,
Ahoy, hoy.
service, eat, and drink.
Yeah. Guinness.
You're having the Guinness. I don't have the can, but I'm featuring the Zero Guinness, the non-alcoholic Guinness.
What's the point of that?
All the calories and none of the buzz. That's not fun.
Does it taste?
Tastes pretty good.
The same. I mean,
It's a little lighter and or waterier, like a little lighter on the palate.
Yeah.
But that creaminess, that the cocoa, the
almost sweet. That
yeah,
kind of.
I get malty. Might be that sweet malt. I don't know if you want to nose
Yeah,
it
yeah.
or taste it. You're welcome to.
This was something I enjoyed in January.
very nice.
You did a dry January.
Dry January.
Dryish.
Yeah.
Dry-ish,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did partly cloudy, a lot of rainstorms, dry January.
The dining scene in Salt Lake and Utah in general has, I mean, what you hear people say, it's really become high-end, and there are just fine restaurants here that
Yeah.
never used to be that way. I mean, is that true? And is it?
I think what the sort of there was like this second wave in the early 2000s, like mid 2000s, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Where all this foundation kind of got built, but it showed that you can do this here, and now there's, I think, another wave of people, and people who have grown out of that first
so.
wave. I don't,
You know, Brooks came in with Urban Hill and
Right.
Hearth Hill. What a great operation those joints are. I mean, they're just crushing.
Beautifully designed, too. At least I've only
Beautifully
been to the one
designed.
downtown here.
Yeah, it's nice to see. You know, when I first was here in the late 90s going to college, the Park City was where you went for the
Right.
good food
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that. And then after the Olympics, that thing flipped. I mean, in that mid-2000s, I left, I came back, and all of a sudden I was like,
Yeah.
you know, where'd all the tattoo parlors and
Oh, they're still around.
Why are there so many tattoo parlors?
what's still
There's still plenty of them.
Yeah, no, for you.
You just have to go a little further
But when
down
you
State
left and
Street.
you come back, it's like when you see that cousin, like, I remember when you were this. I mean, Salt Lake
Yeah.
grew up a little bit, and it hasn't stopped, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got great brewers here. We've got now a bunch of great distillers.
Man,
What
don't-
the hell? That's the thing that really surprises me.
Yeah.
I remember doing ads for Squatters
Yeah.
Pub Brewer when they first opened. Kerry Jackson and I would go sit with Peter and Jeff at a table, and then we would record commercials for them from right when they opened.
Wow.
And you know, the first brew pub in Salt Lake. Downtown Salt Lake, and now you, as they say, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a brew pub or.
And you can get a tattoo along the way.
Yeah.
And the distilling, and people canning their own cocktails locally, and
Yeah.
all of that kind of stuff. And I think what amazes me most about that is somehow the laws have loosened up to allow the alcohol laws have loosened up to a certain point that they're allowed to do all of that.
You know what it is it's not as hard to get a distiller's or manufacturing license to produce
Right.
alcoholic beverages. and we have a market, the density of population.
Yeah.
You know, our density of population of the consumers, drinkers, food and beverage people that are interested in it. And you know, in the downtown Salt Lake City area, it's so fun to see all the bicyclists, and you know, on a Saturday or a Friday night or Thursday night, the amount of bikes going, or go by Fisher Brewery, or go up to Waterwich. I mean, there's bikes everywhere. It's like, what is it, a convention? Nope, we're just tooling around on our bike, and the little scooters. It's nice.
You needed guys like High West who dusted off the law and said, wait, there's no rule that says we can't do this. To kind of go be the first guy through the wall.
Is that really what it is? I mean, there were no rules that said you can't have a distillery.
Right, and no one had really attempted that.
Yeah.
So, and
they were one of the first ones in 07. They really knocked down that wall since prior to Prohibition.
and then that sort of proved the concept could be legal and also work.
Yeah.
Just like Sheriff did with squatters.
Yeah,
you
right.
know.
Greg Scherf with the Wasatch, and then
First Amendment lager.
Yeah, and Polygamy Porter.
Yeah.
Yes. And Radio from Hell, Red as Hell Pale Ale.
Oh yeah,
That's tasty.
We had that for a while. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Which was actually just their red ale that they made anyway, and then they just put our label
like a devil on it.
They put our label on it. Yeah.
Don't tell all your secrets.
Let's see, any other restaurant we should mention here as we sort of wrap this up?
Sure.
I've not Felt Bar. I've not been there.
That's just right down on Main Street.
Fantastic.
Right in the middle of where the fire was. It's great, and they're opening a new
Brookstone.
operation, Brookstone, which is in
22.
the old Martine. Brownstone.
Brownstone 22 in a, yeah.
Remember where Martine was?
Oh yeah, right on
like Aw Shucks.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing good things about it. I mean, they just did a soft opening for them.
Well, it's we've certainly Salt Lake Magazine. This is the current one. You want to get this, the best restaurants, and then try them out.
Yeah, please.
Any trends over the years? Like I felt like a few years ago, it's like ramen, you know, and like where are we?
I think that's going. It's more like people ramen plus Italian. That's Juna's shtick.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and like some really kind of unlikely fusions that work, right?
Fun.
Yeah.
So fusion style.
Ramen and Italian.
Well, there is a tradition.
Let me show
in
you what I
Japan
can do with this noodle.
of like Japanese Italian restaurants, which sounds.
Well, when I lived in New York in the 70s, there were Cuban Chinese restaurants. I don't know why, but it was they served Chinese food and Cuban food.
Right.
I don't know why that was.
Yeah. No, it's something
There were 3 or
else.
4 of them.
No, and I think the trend of we're a bar, but we're not saying bar. It's a restaurant, you know, but 21 and over restaurant. And I think that's one way to circumvent the Utah laws, but also not circumvent, but, to not worry about that 70-30% ratio.
Right.
Be open a little later without a full kitchen and in small bites. It just gives you maximum flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can play around with your menu and experiment.
Bar Gnome, which is sort of affiliated with Waterwich, is one of the people on that list.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're a 21 and over establishment, but they kind of prefer it that way, right?
I prefer it that way myself.
Many patrons prefer it that way.
Well, we got some new places to go out to eat. We have some new places to go out to eat.
Yeah, lots. I mean, there are several places on this list I've not been to. So,
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So Jeremy Pugh, executive editor of the Salt Lake Magazine. Let's see. Is there? This is an unfair question, but is there a very best plate of food that Jeremy Pugh wants to go sit down and say?
The favorite bite.
Yeah.
What have I been loving lately? Actually, I really like a lot of the things that kind of South Chinatown.
Oh.
Like I've been enjoying Hot Pot. It's very
Just went to Hot Pot Sunday night.
Yeah.
I had soft serve ice cream for dessert. No, I didn't put it in a hot pot. Yeah, they're
Fried ice cream.
we were just talking about that the other day on the show. They're like 3 or 4 hot pot restaurants right around in that area, and they're all you go to that Japantown area on Sunday night at 6 o'clock. You can't find a place to park.
Yeah, good luck. Even in the back.
It's just like what's going on here?
I'm embarrassed to admit I've never had hot pot. Or dim sum, like, with the cart when you go around.
We went to dim sum at, was it Golden Dragon?
No, they still do it.
A couple of weeks ago. It was someplace right, I think it's called Gold, it was right downtown. It was really good and very busy.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to go to a place that's busy, otherwise it sits on the trays too long. Turn over. You got to turn over.
What about the rotating carousel
Haven't
sushi
tried that.
places?
I haven't
Those are
tried
coming
that.
around.
I've been to one in like San Francisco.
Yeah, I was
kinda
going in
thought it was
Heathrow Airport before. It was fun.
It's novel, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What happens to that?
I
Fish that's
don't-
been around 20 times.
I don't know.
They take it off the plate. They take it off, and then they put it back.
The way you know you're in a good dim sum place, though, I think we might have been the only white faces in the place. I mean,
That's a good sign.
There was, I mean, really, it was just mostly Asian people in there, and it was excellent dim sum.
Were they saying now the place is going downhill?
Who let him in?
Yeah.
Let's see, Jimmy. Do you have any news for us?
I do. Is that all right?
Sure.
I got a little quick story here. What we do is a little splash of news.
Splash of news.
Splash
I'll
of
have a
news in the
splash of
beverage.
Guinness.
Yeah, and while I do this, enjoy some sharp cheddar and a Guinness. That's not apple juice, alcohol beverage found in a student's lunchbox.
I heard this story.
Police in Georgia said an alcoholic beverage was found in a student's lunchbox earlier this week, sharing a photo on social media that alleged the lunchbox. In the image, a canned lemon drop martini. You know, the canned cocktails? They probably grabbed the wrong soda, from the
Looks
thing.
like a fun drink.
Looks like a
kid would
canned
enjoy.
lemon drop martini was wedged next to a bag of chips and other snacks. Authorities urged parents to be more responsible when packing their kids' lunch, telling parents to, quote, tighten up. The department also said, while they realized mornings can be hectic, quote, your child shouldn't be the only one in the cafeteria with a beverage that requires an ID. If it says 12% alcohol by volume, it does not belong next to the PB&J police wrote. Comments ranged all from, I don't know about y'all, but those 12% alcohol beverages be hitting pretty hard with that Smucker's Uncrustable, to grab Dad's lunchbox by mistake again.
An Uncrustable and a lemon drop martini. Sure.
And that's your splash of news.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you, Jeremy Pugh. Again, it's Salt Lake Magazine 20, the best restaurants of 2026, and also other fine articles in a magazine that is.
Where can folks get this?
You can find it at Whole Foods, Harmon's, on newsstands, Barnes & Noble and whatnot. You can also subscribe at saltlakemagazine.com.
Subscribe.
Streaming deal now.
You get what, like 6 a year?
6 a year, yeah.
6 a year, and it's been published for how many years?
They're going on 36 years.
36
Amazing.
years, Salt Lake Magazine.
Happy for you.
It's glossy and pretty and a lot of fun when it comes in the mail.
The magazine ain't bad either.
All right. Jeremy, thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you both. It's
That's
always
it.
A pleasure.
For Jimmy Santangelo, I'm Bill Allred. And remember, thanks for watching and listening to the Let's Go Eat show, the Let's Go Eat and Drink show. And remember, if you're pouring drinks, always make mine a double.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show with Jimmy Santangelo and Bill Allred. You can contact Jimmy at www.thewineacademyofutah.com. As for Bill Allred, you cannot contact Bill Allred. Comments, questions, or angry complaints to the management should be directed to the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com, where they will be summarily ignored. The Let's Go Eat and Drink Show is produced by Dawson Dow. Our theme music was composed and recorded by Doug Wild. Recording facilities as needed are by the Visit Salt Lake Media Center at www.visitsaltlake.com. I have been and will probably continue to be Zach Caton. And you know, I have a Russian friend that does audio stuff. And I have a Czech one too.